Alrighty, y'all. Hello. It is Friday. It's the start of the weekend. Hope it's going to be an awesome weekend for you and me. We're going to have fun in this video, too. We're looking at Meanwhile in Germany, posts and memes, otherwise known as Mittlerweile in Deutschland. So I guess catfishing has a different definition in Germany. Here we go. Our morning routine. They're on like the second or third story up. Oh, and there's a bag connected to a rope. Get in, fine. It's actually getting in. Wow. Something tells me this is trained to do that. Look at that. Yeah. I'd say that is catfishing. Just not what I would have normally thought of. But then again, I'm not in Germany. Meanwhile, in Germany, I will hold this for you until you get home. Alrighty? Let's take a look. And we have a lady in a orange vest. And she is literally holding what looks to be a 2x4 or something similar. Holding it and preventing it from falling out of this trailer. Holy smokes. I'm not exactly sure what the story is there, but I can tell you this is actually hitting close to home here in the opposite way. Let me explain. This is definitely not the U.S. It is Germany. Reason being, my wife and I have a pretty funny history of recounting random, and I mean random, things that we find in the road here in the streets of the USA. You really have to pay attention because, God forbid you look away for just a second. I don't know, for any reason, even looking away just on the side of the road, looking at some signs or street signs, whatever, you might run over something. There are some random things in the road here. I don't know how they get there, but I have seen 2x4s and tree branches and just a bunch of stuff that doesn't even make sense. Like, it's not from the surroundings. Basically, a lot of people overload their truck and trailers here, and shit flies out, and they don't care. Yes, I have had to dodge couches and other furniture on the highways here. I'm not lying. Some of my family members watching this might know that story. So this is dedication here, and something I wouldn't witness over here. Now, we're going to take a look at the worst, the worst vending machine ever. Welcome to Germany. You get it? The worst. I didn't know this was a thing, but I shouldn't be surprised. A lot of countries, including Germany, have some really cool vending machines, and our vending machines are kind of crap here. At least the fact that they took forever to modernize. We finally have some modern vending machines, but they're still like just drinks, right? Or really basic packaged foods like Doritos and stuff. Our vending machine game is super lackluster here in the U.S. And when I see other countries in Asia and Europe, man, your vending machines come in a wide variety, and I think it's hella cool. Germany included here. I mean, bratwurst, liverwurst, who knows what else in a vending machine. Hey, I didn't know this was a thing, but I'm kind of glad it is. It's cool to see. Now, most of you, I'm sure, are aware of soccer, what we call, or what the rest of the world calls football, right? Very famous sport. Maybe even hockey as well. Now, they're different sports, but you can draw some parallels, right? I mean, the general shape of what they're playing on is the same, though they're different sizes and marked different, of course. The general movement is kind of similar, right? When it comes to positions, and they're both, involve single players trying to get it in a goal against a goalie, right? You kind of get what I'm saying, hopefully. Again, I've heard of soccer, football. I've heard of hockey. Now, I've never heard of playing football on a hockey rink, but here we are. On the ice, meanwhile in Germany, yes, you see just playing soccer on ice with bowling shoes. This might be something I have to look into. I find this very bizarre and possibly entertaining. I mean, the speed's a little low. Like, you see the guy almost falling over. This guy did wipe out. Guy or girl, I'm not sure exactly. But, yeah, that is something I could safely say I've never heard of. And I don't know how y'all came up with that, but I'm kind of here for it. Wow. That is a surprisingly aesthetic, perfectly poured as well. Giant glass of beer. Germany. Bravo. I know that shit's good, too. Come on. Y'all know I love German beer. German billboard. It's translated for me or anyone else in English. Bad sex, go see a doctor. Your billboards are a little bit different. You know, German humor and like between the point blank delivery and the dry humor, you also see it's such a joy in the weirdest way. It really is. So on brand. Meanwhile, in a hailstorm in Germany, this is actually terrifying. Now, I know hailstorms, you know, I assume can happen in most places. We've been very lucky where I live. It's not something that's happened often at all for like almost a decade. It's been pretty clear when it comes to the hail game, but this is wild. I don't know if this is on like the coast or if this is, you know, on a lake shore or what, but either way, I wish it had sound. This is like next level freaking destruction hail. I mean, it is falling. It seems like a million of these in a minute. That is crazy. And meanwhile, in Germany, when the recycling bins or whatever you would call these are full, which, by the way, I've learned that these are everywhere and taken super seriously in Germany. First of all, good on ya. That's awesome. Second of all, that is totally the opposite of how that's treated here. This is not a thing, barely at all, especially not in public. Maybe inside of certain places, sure, but not on the sidewalk or the street like this. Not at all. But regardless, you can see that they are full, so people are using them, which is not a surprise. But what gets me is that the mess outside is kind of almost not a mess. Everything is stood up. It's not thrown around. There's not stuff rolling around. It's all divided up how it should be, even though it's outside on the floor. It's literally the truest definition of an organized mess. And of course, that would be in Germany. Very on brand again. What do we have here? It looks like a Volkswagen. Oh, look like the hood of one. What? This is insane. Look at all the moving parts. It's a beer keg. And that's all functional. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You guys rock for that. Yeah. Y'all way too smart, and I love it. Meanwhile, in Germany, hanging schnitzel. Guys, what is this? I mean, I can see it's hanging schnitzel, but what? Also, I feel like I want to try schnitzel, but maybe on a plate would be okay with me. But I do want to try it. I feel like that tastes good. But yeah, what is this? Is this the common way to serve this? I feel like it's probably not, right? I mean, it is under Reddit/stupid food, so I'm thinking maybe this was very bizarre, and even most Germans would be like, hell nah. Meanwhile, in Berlin. What? That guy was freakishly tall? Holy smokes. Berlin looks like an interesting place. Well, no one can say that city doesn't have any life in it. That's for sure. It's got character. That was a lot going on. I counted about 9 main storylines and 4 spinoffs. Someone also said Berlin is a Dr. Seuss book. Yeah, that was a lot to that was a lot to take in. I think too much for my American mind. Now, I've seen some striking structures, houses, and just, usually really cool architecture in Germany. But I gotta admit, this one is a little bizarre, a little lackluster, a little lacking symmetry, and I don't know, overall logic. These windows are all over the place. I mean, it's cute from one perspective. It's almost like someone built literally what a 4-year-old might draw when they're using their imagination and drawing a house. But unfortunately, in the real world, this just looks too bizarre. I don't know what this is, what the story is. Maybe this is a troll post. Maybe this is supposed to be like this part of a theme park or something. I'm not exactly sure. If you would like to weigh in on this, I'm kind of curious, though. Meanwhile, in Germany, did he pull over? What is this, a boar or a pig? I'm going to lean towards pig. Feel like there's more to the story with this. It's also a great meme. What, you've never heard of sausage over ham before? Meanwhile, in Germany, not sure if I should support the beer I just had or not. Translation, please help us recycle 2 shirts of beer. That's actually hilarious. A house being moved in Germany. What? That's crazy. Yeah, every picture I've seen of playgrounds in Germany are literally insane. Like, they're so freaking cool. Like, what a weird detail that you would never think would be so different in different countries. But here we are. These are next level, and they look fun. I'm sorry, I don't care if I'm not a kid anymore. I want to try it. Standing wave surfing in a German sports store. How cool is that? God, y'all even do sports stores better than us. Your malls are probably better, too. I mean, malls are pretty famous around me. In the Midwest, Illinois is considered one of the mall capitals of the U.S., at least I think. Maybe self-proclaimed, I'm not sure. Either way, there's some nice ones, but I don't remember seeing this. This is pretty cool. Wow, this is the oldest botanical garden in Germany, and this house is completely covered, and it looks absolutely epic. That looks like something out of a painting, but it's real. That is really cool, actually. Really, really cool. I've seen covered houses like this to an extent, but never like this. Never with this much color either. There's so much going on. And we've all seen displays in stores for promos, right? Well, this beer display is freaking awesome, right? I've seen some cool ones here for the Super Bowl and other kind of things, right? Other kind of big events. I mean, look, it's a football stadium with the actual field down there. How cool. But it gets better. It's made out of beer. That just makes it that much level up, right? I think it does. This antique door from 1380 in Regensburg, Germany, helps finding the keyhole after you drank too much wine. What? I see, because of this thing, right? This kind of lip or this belt line here. So you just kind of, you're going and scraping the key, and then, once it gets caught on something, you're in the groove here, so to say. Interesting. I'm more kind of amazed, though, that there's a door from 1380. Yeah, that is, again, the country I live in is only 250-ish. Not exactly, but that's just round up for fun, right? 250 years old. This is from 1380, and it's a door. Someone make that make sense. That's, I don't believe it. Well, that is some posts about Mittlerweile in Deutschland. I hope your weekend is awesome, and I hope you had fun in this video. I love doing fun videos towards the weekend, and that's what this was. This was very interesting and fun, like I hoped it would be. I appreciate you watching. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Auf Wiedersehen. I'll catch you later.